next thing is something you guys probably know. Have you ever heard anybody say you are what you eat? Right? Everybody's heard that. There's nothing they could say that would be more true than that. Okay? You've been given programming that determines, what color your hair is, what color your eyes are, and kind of how tall you're going to be. That's been given programming. But after that, all of the building blocks that the body has is just what you're eating. The body will be, the cells and the things that make up the body are simply created directly from what we're choosing to eat. And the health of those cells and the functionality of those cells is directly attributable to what we're choosing to eat. So we need to eat things that are, that is what we're supposed to be eating. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what is real natural foods, and thusly what are the best choices, what we're designed to eat and drink, and what we should be eating and drinking versus what we are. How many of you are over the age of 7? Everybody's over the age of 7? Did you know that you are making new cells in your body so fast? There's hundreds of thousands of new cells, the things that make up your body are turning over so fast that every 7 years, you're a whole new person. Every single cell in your body's been replaced every 7 years. Now, if we've been through that cycle numerous times, that gives us hope, right? If you're old enough to where 7 years doesn't seem like such a long time anymore, you recognize that in the next 7 years, you can completely recreate, and rebalance that with which you're building cells and make yourself healthier. And that's not that long to those of us who've been through that cycle a few times. But so not only are you growing, right? You're also replacing the things that you already have at a very rapid rate. So it's very, very important that we're eating very, very high quality foods. Now I have something that's a great example to me of what is a real food and what is not. I have here a Nutri-Grain bar. Do you guys recognize this?
Yeah.
You recognize it? Is this food?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is food to you, right? I'm not picking on the Kellogg's people, but to everyone in this room, this is food. If I happen to have everybody knows what this is? This is an apple, right? This is this is clear. Now, if by some means, like a time machine, if I had a time machine, and I could produce for us here a caveman, right? If I could make a caveman, would it? And I said, Mr. Caveman, it's snack time. I have this, or I have this. Which thing do you think Mr. Caveman might recognize to be food? Apple. Right. This is food. This was food 100,000 years ago. It's food today. Right? This is food that's been created just in the last few years, and you've been convinced that it's food. Right? How many ingredients are in an apple? It's an apple, right? I mean, there's water and there's apple. That's it, right? This, by the way, this Nutri-Grain bar has 60 ingredients, one of which contains the word apple, right? I guarantee there's at least 40 words of stuff that's in this that you guys can't pronounce. I can't pronounce them either. There are various chemicals and additives and preservatives and I don't even know what. But they're not food. I do know that. But this I know is food. So, try to track with me a little bit if you can. If you think about the caveman, and moms, I'm gonna go this way. If you guys don't track with me, forgive me, but try to track with me. What the caveman recognized this as food and not that, we're sure of that. If we brought your great-great-great-great-grandmother, who might have lived 100 years ago, and we offered her the same choice, she would have known this was food. Just like the caveman And she would not recognize this as food. This did not exist 100 years ago. So, what we are accustomed to eating as humans, what we ate for all 100,000 years or so, are things like this. That didn't change in 100,000 years or so. But in the last 100, that's changed profoundly. Right? It's changed radically. This did not exist. Prior to World War II, right? If I can be specific, prior to World War II era, and the things that took place to make that happen, and the technology that took place to process food and move it around the world and feed 1.5 million troops, for years at a time, made us change the way we live and change the way we eat. And there are some benefits to that, but there are some detriments to that. Most of you guys do the shopping for your house? Prior to World War II, an American mom that did the shopping shopped on average more than twice per week. She brought fresh meat, fresh produce, raw milk, right, straight from the local foods, and they were raw. After World War II, the average American housewife shopped once per month. She bought cans, boxes, cereals, right? And we've come a little bit, maybe from the 50s, but we're still buying in large degree very, very packaged, processed, unnatural foods. Okay? It's not working well for us, right? The reality is it's not working well for us. We have an interesting thing in the United States. We have fat, malnourished people. Anywhere else in the world you go, malnourished people are skinny. Right? You see their ribs. Here, malnourished people are fat. We're eating lots and lots and lots and lots of calories that have no nutritional value. We're getting sicker and we're getting fatter, and it's not working. These things, this is proven, right? Put here by God for our consumption, worked for us for 100,000 years, works for us today. This is proven stuff. Okay? So you are what you eat, and you are designed to be eating real, natural, unprocessed food. Okay? You should be eating meat and eggs often, all throughout the day. You should be eating real stuff. We call it protein in my world, right? But real meat, eggs, fish throughout the day. With those should come whole vegetables, whole fruits, whole vegetables, natural things. The cereals and the pastas and the noodles and there's a place maybe for some of that. But what we're finding is that most kids these age are only eating 5 or 10 foods at all. They generally eat the same thing every single day. They eat noodles, they eat cereal, they eat pasteurized milk, and they eat various things that look like this, interspersed with the odd hot dog and then a good dinner now and then, right? So what I'd like you guys to do is try to work on eating things that are more as you would know would be a natural food. Does that make sense to you? Good? Okay, so you are what you eat. Very, very important. The next thing is that you are also when you eat. It's very important that we're eating consistently throughout the day, beginning with